We got Kane Long, my friend Derek Long, and we have his driver and my good friend Colton Sinclair on the show. So let's get y'all in here and let's get the crowd in there. So how y'all doing?
Hey, good to hear you, man. Glad to be here. Thank you, buddy.
Man, I'm so glad that, look, you're one of those people that I think highly of. I always got to come find you at the racetrack and speak with you, and I love when you come on a show. You're just a good dude. Let's put it that way.
Well, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. We have a lot of fun. This is our 22nd year with Kane Motorsports. Can you believe it? That's a long time.
Good night, man. You've been racing ever since Moby Dick was a sardine.
That's right. That's good. You got some good singers, buddy. I love it.
So we got Colton on the other end too. So I am super glad y'all called in. So talk about y'all's racing season, but also talk about your Kane's Warrior Kids Foundation.
Well, Colton, why don't you start off on how the racing season's going, buddy?
You hear me?
Yeah, we got
you. Hear me? Well, it's going good. We started out this year. Trying to think back. I know we've had we've had 2 seconds, a third, a fourth place. Am I right, Derek? Missing one.
Yeah,
What
you're right on it. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think that's it. So we started out doing pretty good. Been battling a little brake issue. Matter of fact, I was just in the shop. Me and Jamie have been working on the car, and I said, "Oh crap, I got to call in on this podcast." So I think we got that figured out, and hopefully we won't have no more issues. We'll be able to stay up front, you know.
Awesome. That's awesome. So where you at in points?
I am sitting second at points behind Henry Bailey. I think Derek said we're, 17, 18 points behind him, I think it is.
18 points. Yeah,
18 points. So that's not too far. That's not too far behind them. Last year, you know, we were kind of far behind, and we had to we caught back up pretty quick. And you know, Jared, I don't know if you know, but we lost last year by 1 point. 1 point, we lost the championship. So
man, that's
I think this year we're trying real hard, doing the best we can, see if we can get us a championship. Derek's never had a championship on dirt. He's had one on asphalt, so I'm trying my best to get him one, get us all one, you know.
Oh, look, you're going to put the Millennium Falcon in victory lane, right?
Huh?
You're going to put the Millennium Falcon in victory lane, right?
Oh, yeah. It's coming.
Well, that's cool. Well, so who's going to be riding with you? Is Yoda going to be riding with you or Chewbacca?
Yoda's in there. Ain't that right, Derek?
Yeah, baby Yoda. Yeah, it's even better. The kids love it.
I love it. That's baby Yoda. That's right. Look, and when you're in the car, all you got to do is look at baby Yoda and say, look, may the force be with you, and he's going to put a force field around the car.
That's right. It means I guess that means you can use your bumper, Colton.
There you go. Yeah.
So look, here's a question for you.
That bumper's been used quite a bit this season already.
Yeah.
So look, did you know this? Did you know that Chuck Norris played a role in the original Star Wars?
Really?
He was the Force.
Well, there you go.
I knew Jared was going to come out with one of them Chuck Norris jokes.
Man, so tell us about the May the 4th race, how everybody, flocked, because I saw pictures on Facebook. I wasn't there, but people were flocking around your car. Tell us about that.
Is this a me question or a Derek question?
Either one, whoever wants to answer.
Oh, go ahead, Colton, yeah.
So the fans went nuts over your car.
Yeah, May the 4th, you know, it's the standard, you know, May the 4th be with you for Star Wars. So we pulled the pier stock up there at the grandstands, and Derek brought out a bunch of giveaways from all our sponsors, and we just set it up, put some trophies out, put some memorabilia out, and let the fans come up, get in the car, take some pictures, get some huggers, some frisbees. I gave them some hero cars and just had a good time. People like looking at the cars, kids, they like touching it, getting in it, and all that good stuff. And so we just had it on display for May the 4th, for like May the 4th be with you, big Star Wars day. So that's what we did that for.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. That was really awesome. So I'm the announcer at Tri-County, and what we did, of course, sadly we both raced the same night, but like
Right.
what we did, we had a kids costume contest for May the 4th.
Yeah, I see that.
And it was kind of interesting to see the kids out there. There was one little kid, I don't remember his name, but I remember announcing him as the winner of the contest. But he was dressed up in his Star Wars get-up, and he was like, I can't remember, I think he was Yoda. And this little kid was younger than 10 years old, something like that. He was tickled to death that he won. And I saw him going in there in the concession stand. I went up to him. I said, "Great job, buddy. You look just like you from the movie."
That's good.
That's cool. That's cool.
I love Star Wars stuff, so I love your car. It's just like it's out of this world.
Well, believe it or not, I told Derek, I don't know if it was the beginning of this year or if it was last year, but I watched my first Star Wars movie, and he was surprised. But you know what? I actually kind of enjoyed it. It was actually a really good movie. I was like, dang, these movies are good. So I got to get in line and watch them from front to back so I can stay in order with it.
Ain't no doubt. Like Harrison Ford, like he's the OG. Him and Mark Hamill are the OGs of.
I tell you what, though, I can't thank Derek and his wife enough for allowing me to drive that race car. I don't know if you know this or not, Jared, but last year my father passed away, and I think it was. I'm pretty sure it was the next day after he passed away, and Derek had no clue of this. Like, he didn't realize it happened. I got a call, asking, him telling me he had his knee injury and wanting to know if I would drive his car, and I was like, man, I was walking around in my dad's backyard just kind of reminiscing, just thinking, and I get a call from Derek, and I was like, wow, ain't that something? That's just, for being down, you get something to bring, something to help you back up and get back going again. And I was tickled pink when Derek asked me, and I was like, man, I got thinking about it. Why me? I'm not no superstar. When I owned my own car, I didn't do very well, I did the best I could with the money and the stuff I had to do it with, but I wasn't very good. And Derek said, yeah, I've known Derek and Michelle for a very long time. Since I was a kid, they know my parents. And he said, if I didn't think you could do it, I wouldn't ask you. And so I just left it at that and been trying to do the best I can. And I tell you what, I'm super thankful for them guys because I love the sport and I love the race, and without them, I couldn't do it,
That's awesome. Well, I tell you what, Deep South Speedway is fine.
We're super. Oops, sorry. We're super thankful to have you, Colton. Michelle said you're a blessing because she's listening as well. So it's great to have you, and you represent everything we want to with our team and with racing in general. And it's just awesome to have you. So thank you, brother.
Oh yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you. And I enjoy it. I enjoy doing, watching the kids smile at the racetrack and especially when they take them stuff to them hospitals and stuff with the Kane's Warrior kids. And that's pretty neat. I haven't yet been able to go do the work and do their rules and stuff, but I'm going to get over there with them and be able to do it so I can see it firsthand.
Oh, yeah.
That is awesome because without the kids, we don't have a future in racing.
That's right.
Because like the kids need to get more involved in racing. I want to see more kids racing. I'm glad Deep South is going to start doing the junior slingshots, and they race them. I watch them at Northwest Florida Speedway, and they put on a heck of a show. Like I was at Northwest Florida Speedway last weekend and watched them kids go, and of course they got the one-barrel carburetor on those, and I'm like, man, just put the two-barrel on there. I want to see them run 70, but yeah, I see why they don't. But
yeah,
I mean it's just a fun class for the kids, and I think there needs to be more kids classes, especially with the bomber.
Yeah.
So y'all got how many more races are left in the season?
I'm not real sure. I think I counted when they released the schedule. I think they counted 15. I think. But you never know. Sometimes I might add a few, or we probably at least got 10 or so left, I'd say.
Awesome, that's cool. So one thing I do like is they're using my race pass now, and it's so much easier to find the points, keep up. And another thing, I don't know if y'all know this or not, but I'm a big social media guru, and I study all this stuff. And on my race pass, most of these drivers and racetracks don't know this, but each driver can update their personal profile on there with stats about themselves, the picture of their car. So if you next time you're on my race pass, look up Colton's name or your name, whoever's under, and you can look at it, and you can see and look at drivers that already have pictures on their profile. That's the ones that update it and know how to do it. So you just go through there and you can edit where you're from, put your picture of your car, put your info, and then when you click that, it also shows your stats for the season, like where you finished what and whatnot. So that's cool.
That's great. I love that.
And so it's just something free that helps drivers out. And so, so do y'all have? Okay, so one of the questions I wanted to ask was, so Henry Bailey is leading in points, so y'all are second. So
correct.
So do y'all think y'all? Okay, so what's the points difference between y'all right now?
Yeah, 18 points.
Yeah, 18 points.
Okay, so y'all could make that up next race.
Oh yeah, we could do it. You know, all the stars align, and you know that all the heat race points and feature points matter. So heat race is just as crucial as the feature race. You know what I mean?
Awesome. All right, so all right, let me.
I do know that Deep South had said last drivers meeting he was talking about points. Deep South had mentioned in the drivers meeting they said that because all the tracks have been everybody's schedules have kind of been mixed up, but it all gets straightened out towards the end of the season. It always does. Everybody gets separated, but the past couple of races we kind of everybody's been on top of each other. It just happens like that sometimes. But they said if we got if we got five or less cars or 6 or less cars or something like that. Or I guess if there was not enough cars to do, that's what it was. If there wasn't enough cars to do 2 heat races, and we only could do 1 heat race, the way they were going to do it, instead of a pill draw, they're going to line you up by points. Putting the leader to the back, the leader in the back, and then then it goes up. So man with the lowest points is going to start on the pole. Man with the highest points is going to start in the rear. They said they wanted to do that so they could, put more of a show for the fans, so the points leaders could come up. Which, that's cool. I get it, but it's not always a good thing.
Yeah. So I'm looking at.
Let's hope we get enough people for 2 points for 2 heat races.
Oh yeah, that'd be great. So it shows Peyton Jackson in third in points with 77 points. Jordan Presley fourth, 75. You have 110, and then Henry Bailey has 128. So y'all still got a while to go. So y'all can be able to do pretty good there.
Oh yeah.
That's cool. So I wonder how many cars have y'all been averaging this year?
Probably 12. Don't you think?
Yeah.
12, 15?
Yeah, that's what I'd say.
Well, that's cool because one of the things I'm looking at on my race pass, it shows, like, even drivers that's only made 1 race, it shows where they're at in points. So there's a total of 22 cars have raced there at least once. And I just imagine if all 22 cars was fixed, up and running, that'd be a huge field.
Oh,
it
yeah.
used to be that way. I miss that.
Yep.
Man, yeah, I do too.
I think a lot of people. I think a lot of people, for some reason, have moved up to factory stock because, man, the factory stock fields have been big. Here lately, but I think a lot of people moved up there. But I don't. I mean, I do get some reasons, but for the main reason, I don't know why, because it costs a whole lot more. It's just local. If you're just going local racing.
I've always wondered why factory stock was like it's just so much cheaper for pure stock in my opinion. But somebody say, well, the horsepower and you can do more to a factory stock. But I mean, horsepower.
Well, again,
it ain't
for
everything.
the people that like to travel and chase the big paychecks. They got big factory stock races versus pure stock. Our pure stock rules are only really right here local. Us, Deep South, Tri-County, Southern, and Baker are about the only tracks that run our pure stock rules. Some people in Mississippi and stuff might say pure stock, but really and truly, that's factory stock. So, a lot of people probably upgraded so they could chase the money. That's why they probably did it, but there's no telling.
Yeah, and another thing, it's like racing now, man. Times are getting to where everything's just expensive, and things just need. We need in other words, we need a new change as president, and I'm hoping we can get. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I hope we can get things lowered back down to where a whole lot more people can get into racing, because man, everything's getting expensive. Like Hoosier tires, like isn't it like $170 a tire now or something like that?
It's expensive. I couldn't tell you the exact price on it, but they're expensive, that's for sure.
Yeah, and like I've been seeing where, and at Tri-County, we told them, Hoosier done got so expensive, we just said, hey, you can run a Towel City Yellow Dot. And I've had a lot of people say Towel City Yellow Dots are pretty good tires. They've raced them, and it's sad that it's getting to that point to where you just have to, look at other brands versus what you've been using to just. I wish they could find a way to make it cheaper for everybody.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's why we have sponsors, and great sponsors that we have.
Absolutely.
Amen.
Absolutely. If it wasn't for them guys, we'd be in on hard times, ain't that right, Derek?
Oh yeah.
Look,
you mind if I mention them and say hi to them real quick?
Yes, please do. Shout
That's
out
awesome.
all your sponsors, the websites, Facebooks, whole 9 yards.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, we got to start off with BA Motorsports. Frank Griffith, and he just went through 2 back surgeries. He's been with us for about 12 to 13 years, and he's one of our main title sponsors. So super glad to have him. He used to run sprint cars and back at LA Raceway, so he ran those, and it's really cool to see some of those old photos. Also, thanks to Pull Apart, and brand new this year, we've got Straight Up Tree Service LLC, Floor and Decor at Tile, Wood, and Stone. That's off of Airport and Schillinger Road. Roadkill Cafe in Alberta, Alabama, United Plumbing Services, K1 Race Gear, and then Kane's Warrior Kit.
Awesome. That is cool. And I guess Spring Hill Toyota, didn't they say them?
They are still with us, Spring Hill Toyota. I forgot to mention them. How could I do that? They're all over the car. But, yeah, of course, Spring Hill Toyota. And we're actually this is our final year with us. We've had a great 4 or 5 years with them, so we're looking to replace them with another sponsor down the road.
Okay. Well, everybody needs to go to Spring Hill Toyota and tell them Kane sent you. And the Millennium Falcon's fast, like them Toyotas, they go on a lot, right?
Yeah, there you go. And of course, we couldn't do any of this, to be honest, without our crew chief, Jamie, Morton Motorsports. This guy has been able to take this car and do things that we didn't know we could on such an older car. And it's really neat to watch the car and then Colton, the way they're starting to become one, to be honest, because it's really neat. He's getting so much better in the turns and getting faster, and he's got great lines. And I didn't know how it would be being not a driver and just being an owner, but I'm having just as much enjoyment watching him drive as if I was in the seat. So it's really great.
That's awesome. So another thing I want to bring up, because I always have to talk about God on my show, because without God we got nothing. So
That's right.
tell everybody about your awesome ministry you're helping with Celebrate Recovery and what you do with your church.
It's Coastal Church in Bay Minette, Alabama. It's just right in the heart of Bay Minette. And every Friday night at 6:30, we have what's called Celebrate Recovery. And it's for people who have hurts and hang-ups, addictions, any kind of addiction. And to be honest, it's a good healing place. And we have worship music. Then we have a little service, just kind of go through some of the steps. We usually have somebody that'll do a testimony, which tomorrow, actually. Tomorrow night I'll be giving my testimony. First time since, it's probably been over 20 years. I did it at a Ken Davis concert in Mobile in front of 2,000 people. So it was really cool the last time I did.
Wow.
And things have changed, but it's still going to be just as very passionate. So I'm really excited about that. But it's great because we have great breakout groups with the men and women. It's we're there till about maybe 8:15, so it's not that long. We feed them. We've got child care. So, again, really just if you have anxiety, depression, or just need a little Lord in your life, this is the way to go.
All right. That is awesome. I hope people get Spirit-filled tomorrow night. I hope they hear Jesus. I hope they run into the altar and say, Jesus, I need you. That's what I want to see.
No, I appreciate that. I bet you it'll happen.
That's great. And from what I can tell, like, you can play drums backwards blindfolded from what I can tell.
Yeah, I'm on the worship band. I do enjoy that. I've been playing since I'm 5, and I'm into the 50s now, so I've been playing a while.
Oh, well, look, if I ever see you playing the drums backwards blindfolded, I'm buying you a steak dinner and shaking your hand.
Hey, there you go. Now I got to put that up on video. I want that steak.
Yes, you got. I just caught that. Yeah, that's funny. But you got to have video proof, or else nobody's gonna believe it. Then we can show it on video,
That's right.
Believe it or not.
There you go.
So okay, and one more thing. So talk about Kane's Warrior Kids. What you do with that?
That's been an amazing worship thing, or not worship. I'm sorry, ministry that we have. It's our 14th year with Kane's Warrior Kids. My wife and I started a nonprofit, and really to help local kids that are fighting cancer, and it's actually gone nationwide. We've been able to help so many kids. Really, our main focus is with the USA Women's and Children's Hospital. At Easter, we took almost 350 Easter baskets, and this was the first time since COVID hit that we were able to actually go up and see the children, and that was so amazing. I had my driver's suit on, and this is my favorite part. I've got a helmet with probably 200 signatures on it. It's an old helmet I used to use. And I go in and I go to the children. I said, hey, listen, I'm not a very good race car driver. Can you autograph this for me for good luck? And you should see the smiles on their face. It is so amazing. So it was great to do that. And then at Christmas, this was our biggest Christmas where we took over $18,000 worth of toys. So, again, there's so many people who helps. We've had 18 businesses that were with us this year as well. So biggest toy drive we ever had for the hospital.
Wow, that is awesome. Y'all do a good thing, and I love it when y'all do the toy drive and stuff. And if you ever need any kind of advertising or anything with that, you let me know. You can come on the show and you can talk about your kids' toy drive and stuff. I encourage everybody to help. And where can they donate to help Kane's Warrior Kids? Your Facebook or?
Yeah, just go to Facebook. We have it's Kane's Warrior Kids. It's Kane's Warrior Kids Official. So the word official afterwards, and you'll see a lot of posts that we've got from the holidays and from Easter with some pictures with us and some of the kids.